Speaking of, the Pittsburgh Penguins sidelined a bunch of guys because of COVID-19 concerns. Of course, the NHL put out a mandate now that they are not able to say if a player has been diagnosed with COVID or not due to player safety. That was something the NHLPA was big about, and they wanted their privacy. So now they're just using terms like unable to practice or unfit to play. So luckily it was not Sid. We saw some practice videos of him out there ripping up the ice. But 9 guys sidelined out of training camp right now. That's a lot. That's kind of concerning. Do you think this is a good idea to have the players in their home cities, in their own houses, not quarantining, going back and forth to the rink during training camp before they go into the bubble later this month?
I mean, it's gotten to the point now where it's either you shut everything down or you have to carry on in somewhat normalcy, right? So I think like the NHL is trying to take somewhat of a normalcy approach and like get these guys at least conducive to their own environment before they go there. Should they have probably just moved everybody to the hub cities and gone off from that? I mean, that's probably the smarter decision, but I think they wanted to get this phase out of the way where at least guys have the ability, everybody's got the ability of their own training facility with their own weight stuff, their own, all that stuff. And there's going to be issues. And just like in golf, right? And the PGA Tour commissioner said, hey, listen, this is something we're going to have to deal with. And there's going to be people that get it. And there's going to be things. And you can't just sit here and every time somebody gets something, you just shut it down, right? Obviously, you have to be aware of how serious the situation is, but try and do everything you can from a facility and a team standpoint to, handle it the best way possible and keep the players and the staff and everybody is invited, right, to as safe as possible. But as you see, there's going to be issues. The Penguins got 9 right now. There's going to be other teams that get 5 or 6, and it's just going to keep steamrolling. And it's just how the teams are going to be able to handle that.
Yeah, the Canadians had a handful of guys as well. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because I thought maybe they were going to do like a bubble in their home cities where they would have the guys in maybe a hotel for 2 weeks during training camp where they were locked down in their own cities and then ship them out to Toronto or Edmonton and have them locked down there in the official NHL bubble. But I guess they were trying to save these guys and keep them in the bubble in Toronto, Edmonton for as little time as possible. So this kind of allows them to do that. They still get to see their families while going to the rink, while trying to get back in shape. You just have to – the onus really here is on the players. They have to be smart enough to social distance and keep themselves out of trouble, stay out of the bars. A lot of these cities are still locked down in certain aspects in certain areas anyways. But it's troubling if they come through all this way, and it seems like they've been knocking it out of the park, setting the tone, being a real almost a leader for once in the realm of sports where the NHL usually fucks things up. Here they are with a chance to be a trendsetter and get everything right and have them be the model. This is something that could derail them, but luckily it seems like so far everything's been relatively in check. Like I said, Penguins are playing it safe. It wasn't 9 guys that were diagnosed or confirmed. It was 9 people who were potentially exposed to a secondary source of someone who had it. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed that they can figure this out and get everyone up to the bubble safely later this month. I think they're all supposed to report by July 26th. Which then leads into exhibition games, the 28th, the 29th, and 30th. Every team gets 1 exhibition game. And then we're rolling, baby. August 1st is the start time.